All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back to the stream. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today, we're trying something new. We've got a game here called Thymesia, which is a plague-themed Souls-like that is, from what I understand, relatively short compared to many other Souls-like games, like Dark Souls, Lies of P, Elden Ring. But it looks really cool to me. I love Souls-likes. I love thighs. And, you know, this seems like it's the best of both worlds. So, we're going to try this out and see what we think. So, hopping right into it, I immediately think it's a little loud. So, let's go in here. I had already turned this down a little last night, but I think we need to do it more. Let's check the controls. Looks like WASD, left click, right click. I moved dodge to V. Everything else, I think we'll try it out in game and see what we think of it. Okay, new game. First slots. And it says, Hermes Fortress, Hermes Kingdom, the land of alchemy. It's said that the alchemy employed here transformed diseases into antidotes. The people of Hermes were protected by this mystical art, and the kingdom became one of the most powerful nations on the continent. In the beginning, people thought it was just another infectious disease. It wasn't until the livestock began dying and those who had been infected began shrieking out in pain that they realized a deadly plague had befallen them. The various kingdoms tried to fend off the sickness and ghastly creatures, but their efforts were futile, and despair engulfed the entire continent. Hermes Kingdom, founded atop a colossal tree, quickly rose to power due to their use of a miraculous alchemical science which was able to turn the plague into a cure. As the plague ravaged the lands, they relied on this alchemy to light the blessed flame. But where there is light, there will always be shadow. Basic controls. Use WASD to move Corvus and press left shift to sprint. Use the mouse to look around and E to interact. Use escape to open the pause menu. You can review tutorials in the collection. Okay. Does it have motion blur or is that just a touch of lag? Hang on a sec, because if it's motion blur, I'm gonna just turn it off. Let's see. Motion blur is on. Get out of here. Alright, so we're gonna do that for now. Alright, that helps a little. Okay. Examine. Crumpled up piece of paper. Follow the commands and search for the cores. Okay. Saber attack, wounds, and execution. Use left click to perform a saber attack. V to dodge enemy attacks. It was spacebar by default. I moved it to V. Saber attacks deal damage to the enemy and leave wounds on them. Wounds are temporary and will heal after a short period if no more damage is inflicted. When the enemy's health and wounds are both 0, they will become dazed. Approach a dazed enemy and left click to execute. Okay, so I'm testing something. I'm not sure if I can animation cancel. I don't think I can animation cancel. I think if I do like swing dodge, it cues it. Which is fine. It's just something I have to get used to. Deflect. Use F just before the enemy's attack hits Corvus to deflect it. Deflecting an enemy attack damages the enemy and negates damage to Corvus. Okay, we are changing that. If that's a parry, I want my parry on right click. Put that there. That mob was not the best tutorial for deflect. She just died. Administrative order. Due to the recent epidemic outbreak, Hermes Kingdom is declaring a state of emergency. All citizens must abide by the following orders. 1. All citizens are forbidden from going out. Essential supplies will be distributed by the knights. 2. Any sightings of plague-like symptoms or mutations must be immediately reported to the knights to be dealt with. 3. Any corpses or unclean objects must be handed over to the relevant personnel for incineration and purification. Effective date immediately. Alright, so this is the parry. Lock on. Facing an enemy and using mouse wheel locks on. Locked on enemies will stay in the center of Corvus's sight. When locked on, move the mouse left or right to change the target. Okay. Options, controls. Lock on, tab. That is the appropriate lock on button. Oof. Oh, stuck. When Corvus's health is low, press Q to consume a potion. You can only carry a limited amount of potions at once. Use them wisely. Alright, so parrying in this game is like parrying in Souls, not like parrying in Lies of P. Parrying in Souls games has an animation, and the parry happens at the end of the animation, which is more difficult to use. In Lies of P, it's instantaneous. The moment you click the button is the moment the parry happens. I definitely prefer the instant version. You are the Devourer. Wield your claws. Tear apart the cursed blades. Press mouse forward to do a claw attack. The claw attack does a lot of damage to enemy wounds and prevents them from healing. Alright, so I have to... Got it. Alright, so I have to hit them with the sword a bit to have the health bar turn green, then hit them with the claw after. Each enemy has a plague weapon, and Corvus can reave this for his own use. Hold 4 to fully charge Corvus's claw and release to reave a plague weapon. Reave deals more damage to the enemy wounds and prevents them from healing. Corvus is vulnerable while charging claws, so it's safer to perform this on dazed enemies. Casting a Reaved Plague Weapon. Use 2 to cast a Reaved Plague Weapon. Reaved Plague Weapons can only be used once. Corvus has super armor when casting Plague Weapons, but still takes damage. Okay. Anonymous Soldier's Diary 1. Muck, we can only see a portion of your life bar. Oh, got it. Just a second here. Burp, 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 burp. And there we go. Alright. The King's Dagger and the Grey Armor, they are our last hope. They led the survivors and tried to make things right. The infected corpses were burned to purify them of the sickness. Alright. After seeing how this game does parries, I am definitely going to be using dodge more. So let's change that. Let's do that, because I'm not going to be using parry as much for sure. Beacon. Resting at a beacon will save current progress, refill potions, and restore health and energy. Resting at a beacon also resurrects most enemies. Alright. So beacon is bonfire. Okay. Resume game. Feathers, as lethal as iron arrows, pierce their weaknesses. Critical hits and feather attack. When a green light appears before an enemy attack, they will perform a critical that cannot be deflected. Instead, Corvus must move out of range or use a feather attack. Use left control to throw a feather and interrupt the enemy attack just before the enemy's critical attack hits Corvus. Corvus will regenerate thrown feathers over time. Feathers will also leave wounds on the enemy and stop them from healing for a while. Left control? Okay, hang on a second. Oh. Alright, that was our first death. That was the moment to use the feather, and I hit the button, but I guess I did it too late. When Corvus's health reaches 0, his memory is interrupted and converted into memory shards. You can retrieve your lost memory shards at the location where his memory was interrupted. Corvus will acquire memory shards from defeating enemies. Memory shards are used to level up Corvus at a beacon or by talking to Aisemy. Shoot, I was already in an animation. Ah. That could have gone better, but it could have gone worse. Alright, we got a key, which opens this. Resident's diary. How did this all begin? They said that an accident occurred on the day of the king's birthday. Previously, the plague was only spreading outside the kingdom, and after an outbreak, all have gone mad. The wildest thing about the end of the world is that people, like, keep diaries and then tear, like, one page out of their diary and leave it at weird locations outside. Okay, so we got left, right, and forward. Forward looks like a dead end. I'll check that first. Okay. Let's try going downhill. That was fancy. That giant green sword was the reave weapon I took from the guy that killed me. Paper on the ground. The pathway to all regions of the kingdom are either lined with monsters or blocked by soldiers. None can leave, none can enter. Invisible wall there. Okay. Wait. Oh, whoa. I didn't see that. The Yggdrasil up above. Wanted to see if I could climb the ladder, but... Alright, uphill. What's up here? There's a big dude. Varg. Am I out of potions? I guess I am. Oh, I'm dead. No! No! He's got a cinematic for killing me? Oh my god. Oh, is this the oh shoot. This is the battle at the beginning of many Souls games that's like, it expects you to lose. Man, I want to keep trying him. I want to keep trying him. Oh my gosh, there's gnomes. Aisemy, Corvus, you're finally awake. I was worried about you. You were badly hurt. Luckily, you made it back in time. ... Corvus, do you remember what you did? Yeah, you didn't dodge, Corvus. You didn't dodge. You need the right formula to use Hermes' answer. ... It appears that the injury caused you to lose your memory, so perhaps it would be useful to start with a description of what you still remember. Come back when you get your memories in order. Until then, you can walk around. It might help jog your memory. Hermes Royal Bulletin. The families of the Knightly Order petitioned the king.
Hello, Muck. I got curious, do you have any favorite game soundtracks you like to listen to outside of the games?
I rarely listen to just music. Usually if I, am bored enough for that, I'll just pull up YouTube. But I do have a playlist of songs from various games that I played when we were doing like World v World and stuff that needed background noise. Stuff like, Heart of Thorns music, Guild Wars 2 combat music from different raids, such as Twin Largos, Veil Guardian, music from games like Bastion, Ruined King, Hades. A lot of those I really liked and I added them to a playlist. Hey, Muck. Hi, Golgi. Also, Pren, thank you for the resub. Appreciate that. Good day, Muck and Grey Fox Chat. Hey, Jersey. The families of the Knightly Order petitioned the king to stop sending knights to battle outside the king's borders. The former chairman of the Institute for Alchemical Studies, Emerald, has officially appointed someone to take her position. Emerald said that she wanted someone with even greater abilities than herself to lead the alchemical research in Hermes. The Twilight Circus, hailing from the Sea of Trees, was once again invited to perform in the royal court. As expected, Ringmaster Odor's new performance was received with great acclaim from all who had attended. Map menu. Corvus can recall his memories by revisiting locations and quests in the map. More memories and locations are unlocked when Corvus starts to remember. Aisemy's Journal. Philosopher's Hill is the royal family's sanctuary. Every fall, Father would take us there. He says that on the hill, he is not king, but merely a father and a friend. There's no need for formalities here, he would say. After the outbreak, domestic matters became pressing, and our visits to this place grew less and less. Okay. Let's see. Sea of Trees. In the early days of the plague, the nobles banished all criminals, the poor, and the sickly to a lower level of the kingdom known as the Sea of Trees. The upper rings of society, living above the slum, care nothing about their lives. They refer to them as the hopeless, letting them succumb to sickness and all manner of ghastly creatures. Okay, so it's like California. Alright. Ancient Words by the Gate. It is the exhortation of former kings. He who examines himself shall never be lost. Old Gods of Asgard. Oh yeah, they're on the playlist too. Yep. When does Souls-like go from same genre and become outright plagiarism? This game looks and plays almost like Dark Souls 1. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like how for a very long time, League of Legends was, or, you know, Dota 1, the map in Warcraft 3, was MOBA. You know, Defense of the Ancients. And then, you know, League of Legends did it, and Dota 2 did it, and it's like, okay, well, is that just like the birth of a new genre? Or did one of them just, are they all just copies of the original? You know? Pow World copying Pokemon with the Pokeballs thing. Can you say that capturing monsters in little spheres is the birth of a genre? Or is it just copying them? I don't know. It's an interesting discussion. I don't have a clear-cut answer. What brings me the greatest joy is coming to Philosopher Hill with the children every year. Watching them run about, play together, never fails to help me forget the turmoil in the kingdom. Recently, some strange sickness has plagued the lands beyond our borders. I must make sure our kingdom is prepared. Can I go up those stairs? No. Morning, Mugga Chat. Hey, Bluebell. Alright, so let's try Sea of Trees. Is this where I died? No, this looks different. Corvus can use memory shards to enhance his attributes. Strength increases saber and wound damage. Vitality max health. Plague, claw damage, and max energy. Corvus gains 1 talent point each time he increases an attribute up to 25. I don't know what energy is used for yet. Wow, claw damage hits way harder than attack damage. Let's do that for now. You can use talent points to learn talents. Talents can be unlearned at any time, so experiment with different playstyles to prepare for various challenges that lie ahead. Oh, okay. Let's see. Perform a fast saber attack up to a 3-hit combo. While in the air, press left click to perform a fast downward slash. Execution, approach dazed enemy to execute them. Deflect, use the dagger to fend off the enemy's basic attacks, which will invalidate the enemy's attacks and deal damage to them at the same time. Sidestep basic enemy attacks and evade all damage. Let's get dodge. Oh wait, is that one I already have? Oh, the green ones I already have. Okay. Long Claw. Charge forward and perform a claw attack on the enemy. Claw attacks deal a lot of damage to the enemy wounds. Predator's Claw. Hold to charge up the claw. Release when fully charged to do Predator's Claw. Does a lot of damage and reaves their enemy's plague weapon. Energized Claws. Whenever Corvus deals damage through claw attacks, some energy will be restored. Feather. Throw feathers like darts to leave wounds on the enemy. Feather darts can interrupt enemy critical attacks. Corvus can carry 3 feathers. Regenerate a feather every 10 seconds. Corvus can carry 2 plague weapons at the same time. One is unlocked through skill shards, the other reaved in battle. 2 is reaved, 1 is skill. Plague wounds 1, dealing damage, the enemy leaves wounds on them. Wounds are temporary and will heal after a short period if no more damage is inflicted. Did you finish Dungeon Boyfriend? Yes, I did. Can perform a second dodge. Can dodge twice, and the second dodge is longer. Let's get that. So you can't have both of those. So if there's a fork, you gotta pick one. want to see that again? Perform a series of short-range claw attacks up to 3 combo. When hitting an enemy with short claw, gain a stack of the offensive debuff. After performing an execution, some health and energy will be restored based on the level of the enemy. Let's try that. Okay. How? Hold on. I don't think that's the execute. How do I do the execute? Well, I got a heal. I guess that was an execute. Tattered Twilight Circus recruitment ad. The Twilight Circus has the following openings. No restrictions or qualifications. All able-bodied applicants welcome. Porter, 20 positions. Street vendor, 10 positions. 5 males, 5 females will be required to undergo a physical examination and perform clerical duties within the tent. Outstanding compensation. Interested parties, please contact. We got a boss coming up that's circus-themed. Village Elders Manuscript 1. Several days ago, some mysterious visitors arrived at the village hoping to talk with me. I never had a good feeling about the people from above. After all, they are the ones who abandoned us. But they are royal guards. I could not just avoid them. They asked me a lot about the circus. Climb the ladder. Let's see. Dang it. I tried to heal multiple times there. Kept getting interrupted. Morning Mug and Chat. Hi, Nugami. New Souls Light? Yes, it is. Well, new to me. The game's not brand new. New to me. Oh, that's right. Thanks for smiling. Ladder. Oh, I thought that would get him. Hand axe skill shard. Okay, there's another path there. Same recruitment ad for the circus.